turns truth into lies. Oh, but I won't back down. I must stay on this road. I gotta know what I'm about. It goes up and turns back down. We're all looking for the moment when getting used to not knowing when all the pieces fall in line. Oh, it goes up and turns back down. I keep searching for signs in my dreams back then, and I don't know how to stop, 'cause it brings back the feeling that I can't reach the top now, even if I don't know how. It brings back the feeling that even if it all goes down, in the end I'll be alright. It brings back the feeling. Yeah. It brings back the
So how do you get people to open up your emails after you've actually got them on your list, right? And maybe if you have that struggle, that's what today's all about. Welcome everybody to the Market Your Message show. We come live every Wednesday, 1 o'clock Eastern, and we're currently broadcasting in 6 different locations online, depending on where you're watching us from. Maybe you're watching in one of our places on Facebook, or you're over on YouTube. Wherever you are, welcome. In fact, let me know you're here. Put your first name and where you're watching from so I can say hello to you. This is a live recording. In just a second, we're going to record our episode today. In fact, here's what you're going to discover if you hang around with me today. We're going to be talking all about email marketing subject line tips. What are my 5 favorite tips? In fact, why the word "this" is your superpower. You're going to learn this little trick in just a second. What blind and direct are when it comes to email subject lines and why they work. How to 10x the open rates with this one little tip that literally takes 2 seconds, and much, much more. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I see we've got people joining us over on YouTube, and maybe you're in one of our Facebook groups or Facebook page. Let me know that you're here. If this is your first time catching the show live, just put the word "new" in the comments so I can say hello to you. I see we got Rich hanging out over on YouTube. Rich is here from Michigan. Maya is here. The pollen-covered North Carolina. You know what? I'm right here in the pollen-covered backyard of Florida. I literally am wearing my mask that I bought due to COVID. I'm wearing it in my backyard because it's so beautiful outside, but yet I can see all the pollen blowing around everywhere. So I get it. I know how you feel. Awesome. And so many more of you. Thank you guys for being here. This is going to be a fun show. So you've worked hard to build an email list, but now you got to figure out, how do I actually get people to open and read what I have to say? This is why the email subject line is so important. You can have the best crafted email in the world, but if no one's opening it, they're not reading it, right? That's what we're going to talk about today. See, we've got, looks like Gianna is here from Missouri. Welcome. And it just says Facebook user. Sorry, sometimes in our Facebook groups it doesn't show the name, but we got somebody watching from Victoria, Canada. Glad that you are hanging out in here as well. All right, so before we jump into today's content, do you know about something exciting coming up literally in the next couple months? We're just recently announced this, and it's been a lot of fun getting it out there. But some of you heard that I recently published a book, Your Message Matters, How to Rise Above the Noise and Get Paid for What You Know. And if you have liked the book, if you've read the book and you like the book, you're going to love Your Message Matters Live. This is a 2-day event that we are hosting in Jekyll Island, Georgia, and it's coming up in June. You can actually get an in-person or virtual ticket. So we are offering both, but we'd love for you to come hang out with me and many other online entrepreneurs for a couple days in beautiful Jekyll Island, Georgia. Watch this short little video all about this location. So there's a funny story. One Saturday when my kids were much younger, we took our kids to on a day trip actually to a little island called Jekyll Island, and we rode bikes, we explored trails, we played on the beach. We just had an amazing day. And I remember on the way home as we were leaving the island, my wife and I could hear sniffles in the back seat. Our kids were crying because they didn't want to leave. They loved this, what seemed to be enchanted island. And I assured them, listen, we're going to be back. Well, that was over 10 years ago. And today, Jekyll Island is actually our second home. It's where I go to play, get inspired, be creative, connect with my biggest dreams. It's where I wrote most of my recent book. I just love the inspiration I get from being on Jekyll Island. It's a magical, special place. It's also known to some as Millionaire's Island. Actually, Jekyll Island was once a private island used to host masterminds for the likes of people like JP Morgan, William Rockefeller, Frank Goodyear, Vanderbilt, and even Joseph Pulitzer from the Pulitzer Prize. But now I'm excited to invite other creative entrepreneurs to join me for 2 entire days to hang out at Jekyll Island. And this event, which we're calling Your Message Matters Live, it's going to be held at the Jekyll Island Convention Center. It's a Friday, Saturday. It's located right along the beach. The hotel is located nearby, and it's going to be an awesome, magical, wonderful, productive time. Now, you might be wondering, well, who is this for? Well, there's 3 types of people. First, kind of session 1, we're going to dive deep into discovering your message. So if you're a little bit unsure of like, what do I want to write about or teach about or speak about or coach others on, we're going to deep dive into that and walk through a framework to help you discover your message. Number 2, we're going to help you to actually build your platform. So for some of you, you already know what you want to do. You just don't know how do I actually build this platform? How do I have a website that attracts people? How do I have a blog, or do I do a podcast or video? And you're wrestling with how to build the platform. We're going to walk through that step by step. And then finally, number 3, we're going to get into growing your brand. So what are the latest tips, tools, strategies, techniques for actually building a following or earning money with the thing that we're passionate about? We're going to get into that as well. So you can see there's something there for everyone. And at the bottom line is I want you to bring your passion and leave with a profit plan. That's the goal over these 2 days. And so I want to invite you, while tickets are still available, go down, scroll down right now, secure your ticket, and come hang out with me and many other creative entrepreneurs to help you take your message to the next level. We'll see you there. Oh, I'm so excited about this event. Many of you have already bought your ticket. If you're watching right now live and you have purchased your ticket, whether virtual or in person, just say, I'm there. Put I'm there right now in the chat, wherever you're watching from. And if you're like, hey, Jonathan, I want to be a part of this. This is exactly what I need. Then you need to go right here, right now. Go to yourmessagematterslive.com and register for this event. It's funny because I was having conversations even yesterday with two different people who've already purchased their ticket. And they're like, I'm bringing my husband. We're making this a vacation. My husband loves to golf. He's going to be golfing. I'm going to be learning and working on my business. And then in the evenings, we'll relax on the island. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, all the details, yourmessagematterslive.com. Go check that out or write it down and go look at it. Currently, right now, we've got early bird pricing. That is $400 off what the regular price of the ticket is going to be as we get closer to the event in June. Again, both virtual and in person. Go check that out. Awesome. All right, so I think we are about ready to dive into our content today, and I see many more people jumping in. Glad you guys are here. Michelle Miller says, I'm there. Awesome. Rich Avery, I'm there. Already got his ticket, ready to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm just excited to hang out with people again in person. But we also made the virtual option available because we know I've got people in Canada. I know at least one in Paris that would love to come, but cannot due to some of the travel restrictions still. So we are making that virtual option available as well. All right, so I'm going to bring in my podcast mic because we're about ready to record. I'm going to switch microphones here. All right, we're about to record this show live with you all, and then it's going to become a YouTube video, a podcast, and a blog post as we walk through this together. All right, so it looks like we're ready to go. I am ready to go here. Let's do this. So Jonathan, how do you get people to open up your emails? That's a question I've been asked, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's show. I want to share with you 5 email marketing subject line tips that actually work. Let's get started. Hey messengers, welcome to the Market Your Message Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Milligan, and author of the book, Your Message Matters, How to Rise Above the Noise and Get Paid for What You Know. And I'm really excited today to cover this topic because I believe it's a very important topic, and that is, how do you get people to open your emails? I mean, after all, for many of you, you know, it's not easy building an email list. It takes time. You gotta work at it. And after you get them on your list, you got to get them to open your emails to actually read the content, the training, the tips, the strategies that you're trying to share, right? Well, I'm going to share with you my favorite 5 email marketing subject line tips. So we're not talking about the body of the email. We're not talking about getting people to click on the links in your email. We're just talking about the subject line. If you don't do the subject line right, they're not going to read what you wrote. They're not going to click on the link or take advantage of the opportunity that you've provided for them. That's why it is so important that you nail down these 5 things that we're going to cover today. In fact, here's what you're going to discover. Why the word this is your superpower. If you walk away with one tip, remembering the word this will revolutionize your email marketing game. Let me just say that. What blind and direct are and why they work, and also how to 10x the open rates with one tiny little tip that takes less than 5 seconds for you to add to your emails, and much, much more. Also, maybe you're just at the beginning. You're like, Jonathan, I don't know who my audience is. I've been thinking about doing something with my writing. I've been thinking about blogging or starting a podcast, doing something creative online, but I don't know where to start. Then I want to encourage you to go grab our 9-page blueprint. It's called the Discover Your Message Blueprint, and it'll walk you through how to discover your people, your purpose, and your passion. Those are the 3 elements you need to have a successful message-based business. And all you need to do is go to marketyourmessage.com/discover and grab that 9-page blueprint to help you get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to not only give you these 5 tips, but I'm going to show you some examples as well. So we're going to get into some 5 different styles or categories of subject lines. And I'm actually going to share a document, a software program that I like to use where I store all of my email marketing templates and ideas so that you can actually see what this is like in real action. So if you're listening to the podcast, I'll be explaining it to you, but if you want to see what I'm actually doing, you can hop over to the YouTube channel. Just go search my name on YouTube, Jonathan Milligan with 2 L's, and you'll find this video, or there might be a link in the show notes of the podcast. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and let's walk through this together. So here is tip number 1. Make your subject lines curiosity based. You need to create some curiosity. Now, I use a software or a program called Closer's Copy because it allows me to, I used to collect subject line ideas and email copy ideas in like Google Drive or other places. But what this does is this Closer's Copy software I use actually allows me to create templates. So I've got all kinds of templates in here, different styles of subject lines, and I can add them to this document to just give me some quick inspiration, because it's hard sometimes when you're just trying to come up with the top of your head. But let's look through some of these that I've collected over the years and see why I like them so much. So here's one. Wow, just amazing. Curiosity, right? You don't know, well, what's amazing? The number 1 word in marketing is the nightmare is over. What nightmare? This changes everything. Or how about, this is kind of weird, but please read it. This is ridiculous. Wait, what? And you get the point. There's so many here. Now, do you see a common word that keeps popping up under all of these subject line samples that I have? It's the word this. Here's my pro tip. If you get nothing else out of this episode, just use the word this in your email subject lines. Have you heard of this? Did you know about this? This is a game changer. Use the word this in your subject line. Now, you can't use it every single time because it's kind of like having steak every night for dinner. Even though I love steak, eventually you're going to get tired of steak and you're going to want something else, right? So we got to mix it up. But that, my friend, is a super pro tip that you can use. And you can see I've got lots of email subject lines around curiosity-based. Even look at this. Grab this. It's great if you have a new PDF or a lead magnet that you've created, or a free ebook that you're offering. Or you need to watch this video now. That gets them to know it's a video. I don't know what it's about. They open the email, click the link to go watch the video. All right. Number 2 is direct or benefit subject lines. Now, these work great because you're stating exactly what they're going to get. And this can be something that works really, really well. I like to use this for like a webinar, right? So free webinar, how to blog for a living. That is direct and it gives a benefit, right? Or free PDF. Grab my 4 blog post templates. I'm very direct. It's clear on what this email is about, and that's how that works. And you can see some ideas in here about some of these that kind of help you with this process, a step-by-step, whatever result they want process, a free, whatever it is, training video. Lots and lots of examples here. All right. Number 3, story-based subject lines. Everybody loves a story. Do you love stories? I love stories. Stories can be a great way not only to get somebody to open up your email, but capture them from the moment they open it up to making them want to read it. I have like a 6 email series when somebody first joins my list, and they're long emails. And they're all strung together because it tells my story. my story of going from a high school teacher who was not happy to trying to figure out what my big purpose was, what was my unique gift, all the way through to, running an online business now for the last 10 years. And that shares the journey, the story, but each email has a story. So here's examples. Embarrassing on several levels. Tell me if you could relate to this. Here's what happened. And you notice there's a little bit of curiosity still baked in, but there's a story behind the email subject line. It never fails, and it happened again. My horrible thought waking up this morning. That awkward moment when, right? So there's a bunch of examples. All right. Number 4 is tips and secrets subject lines. People love tips. And another pro tip for you is to include a number in your subject line. So whether that is 5 secrets, 9 tips, 3 things every blogger should do, whatever it is, add a number. So you can see I got examples here, 7 secrets to, the real secret to, how to avoid blank forever, whatever that pain is. Lower back pain, how to avoid lower back pain forever. Top 7 tips for your whatever. You can see lots of examples here that we have. All right, number 5, and then I actually got 2 bonuses because I couldn't help myself. Is it okay if I over-deliver and go beyond 5? All right, well, here's number 5, and I got 2 bonuses. Number 5 is how-to subject lines. People love this. Now, you don't have to necessarily have the words how to for it to qualify, but it needs to show that there is value inside the email, right? So this could be things like, obviously 212 blog post ideas shows value in that. How to go from idea today or sell tomorrow. That is to sell tomorrow. That is a how to. How to deal with blank. How to overcome blank. How to get past blank. 5 lessons learned from. That is also a how to, using lessons as well. You get the point. Here's a bonus. The first bonus is urgency and deadline subject lines. If you have a coaching program that is filling up, if you have a product that's closing, if you are offering a discount or a flash sale on a course or something you have, then you need to use urgency deadline subject lines. They work. Things like final courtesy reminder, or are you in or out? Interested? Question mark. Last chance. Closing down, deadline, ending very soon, decision time, closing down soon, time is running out, last chance to get this, 5-hour warning. Those all grab people's attention because we don't want to miss out on a deal. We don't want to miss out on something that we wish later we would have taken advantage of. And so that is the tip. That's my bonus tip. And then remember I said earlier that there's one little tip that you can do that takes less than 5 seconds that can increase your email subject line opens. This is the tip. Add an emoji in your subject line. So one of the favorite sites that I like to use is called Emojipedia. It's a mouthful, but it's just the word emoji and pedia. So it's like an encyclopedia of emojis. And you can come over here and you can literally search anything. So if I'm doing a giveaway, I could type in maybe gift. And let's see if that pulls up anything. And yep, here's a wrapped gift. If I click on that, then what that's going to do is it has this little copy button next to the emoji. If I click on copy and then I go over to my email software to the subject line and hit paste, now my emoji is in my subject line. Now, why is that an important thing? And why is that such a big deal? Here's why. Because have you ever looked at your email inbox? Not very many people are using emojis. And what that does is it causes your email to stand out amongst all the other emails. Now, obviously, you can overdo this, just like using the word this. You don't want every email you send out to have an emoji, but mix it up. I like to do it somewhere between 25 to 50% of the time, and it works. So there you go. Which tip did you like? Which of these are you going to use in sending your next email? I hope that was helpful to you. And also, if you're like, I just try to figure out how to get started, don't forget about our free 9-page blueprint. It's called the Discover Your Message Blueprint, and you can grab it today by going to marketyourmessage.com/discover. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a takeaway or a tip that you can use to get more opens on your emails. And yeah, I'm curious. What would you like for me to talk about in future episodes? Let me know. And also, don't forget to hit like, share, or subscribe to let yourself know about future episodes, and also gives me feedback on which episodes you enjoy the most. But until then, never forget, your message matters. All right. So what do you guys think? Did you like that episode? It's time for the after party, coming back to those that are here live. We have now recorded that. And we're going to switch back around to the other mic so I don't have that mic sitting in my way. And yeah, what was your favorite tip? Let me know right now. Those of you that are here, what are you going to walk away from today? And also, if you got a question for me, I want to answer some of your questions today. It could be about email marketing, or maybe it's about blogging or podcasting or courses or membership sites. I'm here for a few minutes. Feel free to ask your question. Just put the letter Q in front of your question and let me know. All right, scrolling through some of the chat here, catching up with everybody. And let's see here. All right, a few more people I need to say hello to. Jim from Indiana joined us. Glad you're here, Jim. And of course, earlier I talked about Your Message Matters Live, the 2-day event happening in Jekyll Island, Florida, or Georgia. And I said, tell me if you're going to be there. Michelle said, yes, I'm there. Rich says, I'm there. Maya says, I'm there. So we'd love for you to join us. If you missed that announcement, come join us. All you got to do is go to yourmessagematterslive.com and learn more information. We've got a virtual and in-person ticket. It's going to be a 2-day workshop. We're going to have a lot of fun. Awesome. All right. Let's see, what other questions or tips or takeaways do you have? Let me know. I will hang out for just a little bit and answer them. As long as there's questions, I will be here answering those questions. And this comes from somebody, again, one of our Facebook groups. Doesn't show me your name. I like story-based subject lines. You're right, Jonathan. Everybody loves stories. Oh, this is Anne from Victoria, Canada. Yeah, Anne, you're right. And story is a great way to do emails that feel like they aren't salesy. So you can still, at the end of a story, make an offer. Do you know that? So Russell Brunson talks about this. It's his 3-step formula, and I like to adapt it to what I do, and it's called hook, story, offer. So hook is your email subject line. Like, I can't believe this happened to me. And then you tell the story of what happened to you, the lesson you learned, and then you make the offer. And maybe the offer is, that's why, now you know why I was so passionate about writing my latest book. In fact, if you would like to learn how to build a business around your message, your life's message, then go here and grab a copy of the book. Hook, story, offer. It's a great formula and it works well. All right, let me know what takeaways you guys have. Just put the capital letter T and then let me know your takeaway today. I see we've got people on YouTube, and then we've got 4 different Facebook locations. We've got people watching. So yeah, looks like most of you are hanging out over on YouTube. Rich got a question here. What if you haven't engaged your email list in a long time? What's a good way to restart and warm the relationship back up? Yes, in fact, Rich, I think I am going to do an episode on this. I had this experience. So many of you know I had a business, online business, before starting to talk about online business. And actually had a couple, and I consolidated them. But one of them was an email list that I'd built around habits and productivity and careers and things like that. And to be honest, I let it go cold up until about, I would say, 8 months ago. And I had to really kind of re-engage those people. And I'm going to do a whole episode on that because I'm going to go back and dig out the emails. And but off the top of my head, here's just a couple tips. One, don't apologize for why you've been absent. I know it seems counterintuitive, but here's the thing. It's not about you apologizing to them for not showing up in their email inbox, right? We don't want to apologize. What we want to do is say something to the effect of, hey, I hope you're doing well. In case you forgot, or, to refresh your memory, this is me and this is what I do. And I just want to talk to you about what I've been up to. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to send an email and tell you about a new thing I've been working on. Now that could just be a new blog post. It could be a new podcast, but all you're doing is kind of re-engaging them. But what we don't want to do is apologize for not showing up in their email, right? We want to add value to them and start adding value to them on a regular basis. So that's the biggest tip I can give you right now, but we'll do an episode on that because I think for a lot of people, it's a real thing is you start building a list and then you get busy and or you just don't know what to send to your email list on a regular basis. So I get it. All right. Can you remind me of what is the name of the program you use to get email subject lines? Yeah. So let me pop back over. Believe this is it here. Okay. So this is a program called Closers Copy. So closerscopy.com. Here's what I'm waiting on. They have an affiliate program, and they're getting ready to make it where the affiliate program allows me, so anybody who signs up using my affiliate link or partner link, would be able to get access to my templates. So one of the things I like about Closers Copy is when you click on templates, if we go back again here. So it does come with built-in templates for a sales letter, emails, website, but notice my templates. So what I love about this is I have been for years collecting subject lines, my favorite emails I like, and I just never had a place to store them that made it super easy. So for example, if I click on my templates, I have mine. And so what I'm saying is you won't get access to this yet until they allow me to share it with people when you buy this software. So I guess I'm saying you can go buy it, but I can't guarantee that later I'm going to be able to give you access to my templates. And here's why, is because this is something we use all the time. I even have people help construct emails for me. And we've got emails in here from a product launch to welcome emails to a webinar invite. So let's say, for example, I'm going to be doing a webinar, and I click on webinar invite. And what I can do is I can say add to document. And this is I put this together for you guys, but you can have all kinds of, you can create new documents just for an email series. So I got to scroll all the way down here. I think it probably added it. Nope. Let's see if we can go add it here. There it is. So now I can look through here real quickly and get an idea for a subject line for a webinar invite. Not only that, but I can also, if I go back here, I've got email body copy. So I have subject lines separate, but then I have broadcast emails. So those are emails I send to my list. Then I have sequence emails. Those are if somebody opts into an automatic sequence. So if I look at my broadcast emails here, I've got all kinds in here. So for example, let's take this, let's see here, the future you email. So use this template. Oops, I didn't do that the right way. Click add to documents, the easiest way. All right, and so see, I've got an email template here ready to go. Now I have to go in and change it and craft it, but hey, it's me. Well, it's you, the future version of you. I've arranged the laws of time and space, blah, 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 blah. So I have an email idea to work from here. And so you can see here, I've got lots and lots of emails I've added into this database that allows me to have, it looks like my picture's in the way here. So let me see if I can move that. So you can see this. Have you ever emailed? The 6 words I hate email, the popular movie analogy, quick tips email. So if I just want to do an email and say, yeah, I want to do some quick tips. And again, these do not come with the software. These are just my own templates that I've collected over the last 10 years from various places or things that I like. And now I can use this email and just make it my own. So hope that helps. But of course, you can go buy the closer's copy right now. But I'm hoping as soon as they let me know that that's available, that I'm going to let everybody on the Market Your Message show know that you can get access to all of my templates, everything that I've created or used along the way. All right. Here's a question, and I'll take this one. I don't see any others, or if I missed your question, sorry. But go ahead and tell me your takeaways. Just put the capital letter T so you can tell me your takeaway from today's show. Faye says, any suggestions on a good email headline to survey my audience? Yes. So the survey guru is a gentleman by the name of Ryan Levesque, and I love his work. And he gives a tip that I think is gold, and it's what I've used in doing surveys. You don't want to call it a survey. People hate taking surveys. So don't say, hey, can you take 2 minutes and fill out the survey? No, nobody wants to do that. But the difference is, Faye, you ask for their advice. People love giving advice. People hate taking surveys. That's my tip. So an email subject line that I would have if you wanted to do a survey and survey your list is, can I get your advice? Question mark. And by the way, that's another tip that I did not add in today's show. But anytime you can ask a question and put a question mark in your headline, that works as well. Like, are you available to hang out today? Question mark. Webinar invite or live stream show. So yeah, that's what I would say is don't mention survey, mention advice, because people love giving advice. And so the email itself is kind of like a, hey, I'm working on putting together a new blog post series about this topic, but I want to hear from you first on what your biggest challenges are. So can you give me like a quick minute and give me some advice? Click here. So don't call it a survey. That's my tip. All right. Well, everybody, hey, we are at our time today. I want to keep these brief, but I also want to take time to answer your questions. Thank you guys for being here today. I hope you enjoyed those tips. I hope you're excited and fired up about re-engaging your email list again, or you feel like I've got some ideas now that make it a little bit easier for me to email and reach out to people on my list. All right, so take care. I hope you have a great Wednesday. And don't forget, if you have not, hit subscribe right now if you're watching on YouTube, or hit like over on Facebook. That way you'll be notified next time I'm live and you won't miss a single episode. All right, take care, everybody. Hope you have a great day.